Hi there. In this video, I'm going to be sharing how to grow your natural hair faster by preventing these 5 common hair losses. Okay? So if you're watching me for the very first time, my name is Adiola and I help type 4 naturalists to learn all about natural hair growth and moisture retention. If that's one of your goals for your hair, welcome, you are in the right place. Now below this video, as usual, I have a free resource prepared for you that you can just click on and download. And as of the time that I'm recording this video, I'm currently hosting a natural hair growth challenge, 100 days long. The first 30 days completely free of charge, and the last 7 days it's reserved for members of my membership website. All right. So again, details will be in this blog post. All right. So let's get right into it. And if you are active on Pinterest, you can always pin the long images or pretty much any image in this blog post to your Pinterest profile so that you can come back to it for future reference and to also share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, by the way, just click on that button right there and you can be subscribed. Also click on the button so that you can be notified of new videos. Alright, so how can you grow your natural hair faster? By preventing these 5 types of hair losses. So let's get right into it. But before I do that, remember though that your hair is always growing, like your hair grows every single day, but sometimes it might look like it's not growing, and the reason really is because you are losing hair, right? So I'm gonna be sharing 5 different ways that ladies often lose hair, particularly ladies with type 4 hair. So the first type of hair loss, which is very common, we are all aware of it, is breakage, right? Breakage is the enemy of hair growth. Oh, by the way, I do have a store here where I have, different ebooks, right? So this is one of my mini ebooks from, my main 365 daily natural hair tips guide. So I just took out sections from that ebook and I have many ebooks. It's pretty much a hair tip, very easy to read and very easy to implement because I want to make sure that you get the ball rolling right away. So each tip will have a resource that you can go and learn more about it. So I do have this ebook, How to Stop Natural Hair Breakage. So breakage, yeah, it can make it seem like your hair is not growing and it's at the same length for years and years and years, right? Now, how do you stop breakage and how do you make sure that your hair continues to grow long? The best way to make sure that you stop breakage is to make sure that your hair stays moisturized for as long as possible. And right here, you can download this free 7 days moisture retention regimen that shows you how to make sure that your hair stays moisturized and how to use products in your hair. So, and I also have another blog post where I shared 20 natural hair moisture retention tips just in case you want to learn all about moisture retention. All right, the next type of hair loss that might make it seem like your hair is not growing is shedding, right? Shed hair, right? Shedding, usually shedding, sometimes it can be excessive, right? And that's why I have this mini ebook about how to, prevent shedding hair, right? So shedding is a natural part of our hair growth cycle, and I do have a course where I talk, you know, in more detail about hair growth, right? It's it's a natural phase, right? But sometimes it can be excessive depending on the health of your hair. Now, I made a video that shares, 10 different food items that you can use, that you can start eating to make sure that, you can grow your hair. And I do have a blog post that goes with it as well. So shedding mostly because it happens from the inside out. So if it's too much, right, the best way will be to go talk to your doctor about it, right? That's just the best way. Or you can also do a tea rinse. You can use black tea or green tea. That works a lot for a lot of naturalists who are seeing a lot more shedding than usual, right? So a tea rinse, or if it's too much, it's kind of scary, go to talk to your doctor about it. So when you go on here on the store, I have this e-guide that I was talking about. It's a complete daily hair tips guide for naturalists. And when you get this guide, you're gonna get the 3 free resources that goes along with the guide as well. So you can just click on it to get more details and to also get that guide. So the third type of hair loss is tangles, right? Tangles. right? And you're thinking, okay, tangles, what is that, right? And how does it prevent me from growing hair? So our hair, because it's very coily, right? When it's left out loose, it's gonna get, tangled, and especially if the ends of your hair, if they are not healthy, right? You're gonna get a lot of knots, a lot of tangles, and sometimes when you need to detangle your hair, it might lead to breakage, right? So the best way to solve this problem will be to put your hair in some sort of a restrictive hairstyle. So my hair right now is in one, right? Which most people call it protective styling, right? So when your hair, when it's in braids like this, it's in twists, buns, or whatever, your hair really has nowhere to go, right? So it has to stay in that position, right? So at least that way you can minimize tangles. The fourth reason and the fourth problem, right? The fourth type of hair loss are single stranded knots, SSKs, right? So with tangles, they're like huge knots, right? Like when your hair gets all tangled together. But SSKs is like one hair strand with knots on it, right? And it can be very annoying, and sometimes it can prevent your hair from growing long. Okay? So the best way to prevent this will be to keep your hair again in a protective style, right? So you want to make sure that you put your hair in a protective style, and you also want to keep your hair moisturized as well, right? Because our curly hair, when it's dry, then it can start, forming knots, breakage, and just crazy stuff, right? So make sure your hair is moisturized, and you can also put your hair in protective styling, so twists, braids, whatnot, right? Okay, so the last type of hair loss, right? Problem number 5 will be split ends. Split ends, as most of us know by now, they can cause a lot of hair loss, right? Because the ends of our hair, it's old, right? It's very old, and it's not as strong, as healthy as the hair that's closer to our roots. And every time when you comb your hair, you put products in it, you detangle, it's going to have a major effect on the ends of your hair, right? So in order to be able to prevent that again, I do have this mini ebook that talks about, more about split ends. Now the best way will be to trim your split ends, right? Trim your split ends, right? So that your healthy hair, can go long. Now the reason why it's very crucial to trim your hair very often is that when your hair splits, right? So let me just take, okay, so this isn't my hair. It just breaks. So when your hair, so sometimes with the split ends, it can happen anywhere. It can happen here. Most times it happens at the very bottom, right? So when your hair splits, right? So what's gonna happen is that, because you want to grow your hair long, you go, okay, I'm just gonna leave that and not trim my hair. What's gonna happen is that the ends, right, that split hair will keep doing this, right? Like it'll keep doing this, right? To the point that it might keep separating till it gets to the root of your hair or to the middle, right? But when you cut off, right, those ends that are split, right? uh, your hair here, it's more healthier and it cannot break up, right? But right now when you have all these ends right here, right, it's very easy for this part to break up, this part to break up, this part to break up, right? So it's very crucial to make sure that you trim your hair very regularly. Now it's best to get a hairstylist to trim your hair because they can actually see, where it's damaged. And when you're going to trim your split ends, make sure you trim it on here that's stretched out, because when it's coily, then it can be a little bit confusing to see where, those ends occurred and where to cut them off. Again, I do have a post that talks about how to trim split ends, and I also have this mini e-book as well. All right, so and below this post I have a summary, so I'm just going to quickly summarize 5 ways to prevent, major natural hair losses so that you can grow your hair long. So first problem will be breakage, and best way will be to keep your hair moisturized, and I do have that free regimen. The second problem is shedding, right? And then you can do a T-rinse, or you can talk to your doctor if it's just too much. Third, it will be tangles, right? Best way just to protect your styling. Fourth problem will be single-stranded knots, so SSKs. Best way will be to trim your hair. And the last problem will be split ends, right? Get a trim, right? And also, you can also wash your hair in sections, right? And that applies to the fourth problem as well, right? Washing your hair in sections so that it doesn't get tangled too much. All right, do you have any question for me? Leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, just click on that button to be subscribed and to get notified of new videos. And again, you can pin these images to your Pinterest profile so that you can come back to each post at a later date. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye bye.